And before we begin, I'd just like to make a couple of announcements. In the new year, we're going to change our link, which is going to be in our newsletter. So if you get our newsletter, you don't have to worry about that. You'll just get the link automatically when it changes. If you don't get our newsletter, you might want to go to Contemplative Outreach of New York City and hit subscribe, and then you'll get the link every Tuesday, and you'll get the readings that we did in our Lectio Divina every Thursday. And then I'd also like to announce that on Christmas Day, we have a quiet day from 10 to 2. I'll be facilitating that, and it will just be a very simple day of centering prayer and Lectio Divina and Visio Divina. And Kim Cleason, who was with us for last year's Christmas workshop, will be playing live flute music in the morning. And pretty soon I'll have the schedule up online, and you're welcome to come and go as you please, because I know some people are interested in coming, but they don't want to commit to the whole day. So you're welcome to come for whatever part of it is comfortable for you. If you'd like to join us, it would be wonderful to have you with us. And tonight's little talk is called Heal the Sick, Raise the Dead. So let's begin with a psalm. God whispers to the heart, be still, I am with you. God whispers to the heart, be still, I am with you. God is our refuge and our strength, a present help in times of trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be moved and shaken. God whispers to the heart, be still, I am with you. We will not fear, though the mountains be toppled into the sea, though the depths of the waters rage and foam. God whispers to the heart, be still, I am with you. Be still and know that I am God. God is with us. God has spoken, and the earth shall melt away. God whispers to the heart, be still, I am with you. Welcome to this digital contemplative prayer group. This is a place for all God's people. Whatever your beliefs or doubts, you are welcome here. If you are new to centering prayer, just follow the instructions as this session unfolds. You're also welcome to use the silence in any other way that is right for you. Loving God, we ask for your blessings upon this gathering, recognizing that we bring the joys and sorrows of our lives here today. If anyone would like to mention silently or aloud expressions of gratitude or concern for ourselves, our families, our friends, our society, or our fragile planet, please do so now. God, we trust that you hear our prayers, silent or spoken, wordless or in words. Jesus called his disciples together and gave them authority to heal and to drive out demons. He asks them to heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, and cast out demons. We might find those words very foreign. Maybe they sound like he's asking us to do something supernatural or archaic. What do those words mean to us today? What is God asking us to do in those words when we listen with our hearts? Heal the sick. What is your call to heal others? What can you offer of yourself that is most healing? Is there someone in your life who you feel in your heart that you have the power to heal? Sometimes it's a very simple thing we can do, just offering a word or touch, by offering a certain kind of support at the right moment, finding a way to help someone to feel loved, helping them to remember God's presence, perhaps without even mentioning God. St. Francis taught, preach the kingdom of God, and if necessary, use words. How can you heal the world around you with your being, with your loving presence? Can you let God flow through you, with or without mentioning God? It's always a good idea to begin by healing yourself. What is the loving touch that you need? The reminder in your life that God is present to you, offering you everything for which you are longing. It's already here. Let yourself be healed by it. Sometimes we're given the opportunity to heal others in mysterious ways beyond our comprehension. I used to be part of a group therapy group in which we were supposed to tell each other honestly what we were feeling in every moment. In that unusual environment, our words sometimes seemed to take on a strange resonance, as if we were acting out roles in each other's past history without quite knowing or understanding what those roles were. There were moments when I could feel that I had taken on the authority to speak, as if I were someone's long-lost mother, that I could somehow express the healing words that person had been longing to hear for many years, as if they were hearing them from their mother. This has happened to me in spiritual direction many times, both as the director and as the directee, that mysterious connection takes place where conversations seem to reach across time and space in some mysterious healing way. There's a feeling that God can speak through us with an authority that goes beyond the limits of our personalities. When is God inviting us to heal others and ourselves? It can take deep intuition and listening to identify the opportunities, and courage to reach out with that touch or word that will heal. Jesus gives his disciples that authority, and we need the courage to trust that that authority is real, that it has been given to us by God. Raise the dead. Has there been a time when you were raised from the dead, brought back from a state of numbness or deadness into greater aliveness? What helped you to awaken? Can you bring that healing, awakening energy to others? What do you see in others around you that is dead and needs to awaken? What do you need to awaken in yourself so that you can share yourself more fully with others? Where in your life do you feel most alive? Where do you feel the passion that brings you into life with the spark that ignites the flame? What makes your life worth living? One of the most enlivening places in my own life is my dancing, which I try to make a daily practice. When I've had a difficult experience and I have an opportunity to lose myself in learning a jazz dance routine, I feel like I'm putting myself back together again, piece by piece, from the ground up, renewed and refreshed. My dance teacher, James, says, when you use all of yourself, it changes you. The dancing invites me to include every part of myself, from my nose to my pinky toe, from my gentleness to my boldness. I act out parts of myself that don't seem to fit in other parts of my life. Where are the places in your life where you are raised from the dead? Cleanse the lepers, cast out demons. What do you see around you that needs to be cleansed? What are the demons that you see that need to be driven out? Demons of addiction, compulsion, self-righteousness, and self-doubt can attack all of us. What is your way to bring healing energy to the dark forces you feel around you? Can you begin with the voices that are attacking you in your own head? The voices that know so very well your weak spot, the best way to attack you and get under your skin? The pandemic is a challenging time, but it's also a womb time, a time when we're held by our solitude and our physical limitations, as if in a healing womb, creating a space in which we may be invited to intensively heal ourselves and others. This time is an opportunity for healing and awakening. So now let's turn to our centering prayer. I invite you to take your posture, to hold your spine straight, and allow your body to flow out comfortably from your spine. And just notice how it feels to be you. Is there anything in your body you'd like to adjust before we begin, so that you can be comfortable, alert, natural, relaxed, not rigid? And notice the emotional residue that may be left from your day. You can just touch it. Notice what it feels like to be in your body, in your emotional state right now. Just touch that very gently with your attention. Allow it all to be there. Don't try to push it away. Just let it become more and more transparent as the prayer time progresses. And feel what it feels like to be a part of this digital community, connected through prayer, through time and space, inside a healing energy that surrounds us and connects us all. And you can silently sound your sacred word to yourself, like a prayer bell calling you to prayer. Or you can gently, ever so gently, touch your sacred breath with your attention, knowing that whenever you become distracted by your thoughts, engaged by them, tangled up in them, you have your sacred symbol as a little tool to point you ever so gently back towards God, disentangling you. Loving God, heal us and help us to be part of your healing energy. For tonight's Lectio Divina, I'll read a passage from Richard Rohr 3 times, and then I'll invite you to share a word or phrase from the passage that resonated for you. Listen with the ear of the heart. Jesus tells Peter, "Peter, you must be sifted like wheat, and once you have recovered, then you, in your turn, can strengthen your companions. Until there has been a journey through suffering, I don't believe that we have true healing authority. We don't have the ability to lead anybody any place new unless we have walked it ourselves to some degree. In general, we can only lead people on the spiritual journey as far as we ourselves have gone. We simply can't talk about it beyond that. That's why the best thing we can do for people is to stay on the journey ourselves. We transform people to the degree that we have been transformed. When we can somehow be compassion, not just talk about compassion, when we can be healed and not just talk about healing, then we are, as Henry Nouwen said so well, wounded healers, but not before. Jesus tells Peter, "Peter, you must be sifted like wheat, and once you have recovered, then you, in your turn, can strengthen your companions. Until there has been a journey through suffering, I don't believe that we have true healing authority. We don't have the ability to lead anybody any place new unless we have walked it ourselves to some degree. In general, we can only lead people on the spiritual journey as far as we ourselves have gone. We simply can't talk about it beyond that. That's why the best thing we can do for people is to stay on the journey ourselves. We transform people to the degree we have been transformed. When we can somehow be compassion, not just talk about compassion. When we can be healed and not just talk about healing, then we are, as Henry Nouwen said so well, wounded healers, but not before. Jesus tells Peter, Peter, you must be sifted like wheat, and once you have recovered, then you in your turn can strengthen your companions. Until there has been a journey through suffering, I don't believe that we have true healing authority. We don't have the ability to lead anybody, any place new, unless we have walked it ourselves to some degree. In general, we can only lead people on the spiritual journey as far as we ourselves have gone. We simply can't talk about it beyond that. That's why the best thing we can do for people is to stay on the journey ourselves. We transform people to the degree we have been transformed when we can somehow be compassion, not just talk about compassion, when we can be healed and not just talk about healing. Then we are, as Henry Nouwen said so well, wounded healers, but not before. I invite you to share a word or phrase from the passage that resonated for you.
Be compassion.
Must be sifted like wheat.
Stay on the journey ourselves.
Covered.
Stay on the journey ourselves.
Stay on the journey ourselves.
Be compassion.
Wounded healers, but not before.
Stay on the journey.
Let's pray together David Frenette's version of the Lord's Prayer. Our source, existing beyond time, though uncontained by images, sacred are your names. Unity is here. Your path be done in this world as it is beyond time. Give us this day appreciation of your every gift, and heal us, forgive us, as we are a healing, forgiving presence to others. And when challenges come, help us to find you consciously, freeing us from encountering death, suffering, and evil outside you. For you are the generative source of this universe, its laws, and life itself, now and forever. So be it. Let it be. Well, thanks for being here tonight. It was wonderful to be with you.
Thank you, Lindsay.
you,
Bless
Lindsay.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.